Okay, when you're ready, just close your eyes and let my words just wash over you. You don't need to try to listen. Just notice the sound of my voice. And with every word you begin to feel more and more relaxed. You can notice the weight of your head resting there on the pillow. And you can be aware of your head relaxing, knowing that you don't have to hold any stress or tension in your shoulders, neck, or jaw. You can just take this time to let it go. Because now is the time for you to do nothing. You don't have to be anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You can just lay back, rest, relax, and let go. You can let go of any tension in your stomach or across your shoulders. Ease off those muscles in your back and down your spine and along the muscles in your legs, down through your ankles and all the way to your feet. Paying attention to your breathing, that gentle rise and fall that happens all by itself. And with every breath you take, and with every word I speak, you can just let go. And as you relax there, listening and enjoying these moments all for yourself, you can let your mind drift and dream. And I would like you to imagine that you're standing at the top of 10 steps. 10 beautiful stairs in an old stately home. Somewhere you have been, or somewhere you have seen, in a film or on television. Or perhaps it's somewhere new. A place that you are creating, all for yourself right now. But you know that as you make your way down those stairs, you will find yourself relaxing more and more. And with every number I count, you can just let go of any stress and tension and just drift down into a wonderfully quiet and calm place. And at the bottom of the steps is a short corridor that leads to a door to a very special place, a room where no one ever goes but you. And in that room you can feel just exactly as you would want to feel here today, relaxed, refreshed, and perfectly at ease. And to find this space, all you need to do is make your way down those stairs. So as I count down from 10 to 0, you can just find yourself relaxing with each number, drifting deeper now, my voice following as I count 10. Just find yourself relaxing more and more, every step down taking you closer to that room inside, to 9, stepping down to 8, perfectly at ease as you carry on down to 7. And there's a handrail strong and solid on the wall alongside you, worn smooth by years of use. And you realise that you've been down this stairway many, many times, and that this room exists inside you already, ready to be accessed to gain the strength and understanding that you already possess. And 6, there's a picture on the wall beside you, a picture that inspires you as you watch it forming. And I don't know if it's a picture or perhaps a photograph of someone you know, someone you love, or a painting of a special place that gives you peace or confidence. Somewhere special you have been or somewhere you know. Or perhaps it's still a swirling mass of colour that hasn't quite formed yet, creating a feeling of strength that comes to you directly, deep from within your subconscious, allowing you to trust in this process as you take another step down to 5. Halfway down those steps, curious as to what you'll find as you continue down from 4 to 3. Almost as if you are walking on a cushion of air, not quite touching the steps anymore, floating on down from 3 to 2. Every muscle just loosening and relaxing. You can see that hallway and you can see the door at the end. As you look forward to finding that room, that special place deep inside, a place that you know already exists. You're just finding it for yourself again now, as you step down from 2 to 1. Almost all the way down those stairs now, just floating down that final step from 1 to 0. And you can relax your shoulders, every muscle, every fibre of your being, perfectly at ease. And you make your way down that corridor that's lined with pictures of people or places that inspire you, that keep you safe and make you feel comfortable. Reminders of all the success that you have already achieved in your life. Certificates, smiling faces of friends and family and loved ones. And as you walk down along that corridor, you walk past a grandfather clock, an old antique grandfather clock, and you can hear it ticking, marking the gentle pass of time. As you stop and look at the hands on the face, you suddenly understand that the sound of each tick is just the sound of a moment passing, and that the space in between the ticks is where we truly exist. The space in between the ticks is a very moment in which all is real, and you can choose to place your mind in that space now. As you watch the hands slowly moving around the face, realizing that although they have been round so many times, every second of every minute, of every hour of every day, for weeks, months, years, decades and centuries, those hands can only tell you of the very moment in which you truly exist. Now, because the past has gone, and gone with it is any opportunity to change what's happened. And yet you understand that the wonderful truth is that we don't have to change the past. You have coped with and survived everything from your past, and the future is just a dream that you can colour with bright, clear possibility. You can choose to imagine your future just as you would wish it to be. You can fill it with all the joy, happiness, and success that you truly deserve. But it all begins in this very moment where all is real, in between the ticks of the clock. And before you move on from the clock in front of you, you catch your reflection in the glass window of the cabinet as the pendulum swings back and forth deep inside, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You catch a reflection and notice that something has changed. As you stand reflected in that glass, something has already changed. You can't quite catch what it is. Perhaps it's that you are standing more confidently, or that there's a smile on your face, or happiness in your eyes, a joy radiating from you that you can witness in that reflection of yourself now. This inspires you as you turn and move forward, floating down along that corridor to the door of that room where no one ever goes but you. That room in which you can discover so much about yourself and how you will find that comfort, peace and understanding that already exists deep inside you. For in that room you can imagine and create and rehearse and be the person that you seek to be, the person that you truly are. Before you open that door, you study it and catch its every detail. You notice whether it's hinged on the left or the right, its size, its shape, its colour, texture, design. Will it open towards you or away? Will it creak or glide open? Is it light or heavy, old or new? And you see the handle, and before you reach out to open the door, you notice the lock, and I wonder where the key is. Is it in your pocket or around your neck on a length of string? Or is it already in your hand? An old, ornate, brass key that's cool to touch, but warming as you hold it in your hand. Wherever that key is, you know that this room is never locked to you, and that this room is always accessible to you now. Because all you need to do is just remember that it exists deep inside you right now. Because to open the door, you simply use your mind. Your mind is the key that unlocks that door. As you find yourself stepping through into a room that is just exactly as you choose it to be, all around you flows a feeling of safety and comfort, bringing a strength that flows through you and radiates from you, inspiring you to trust in the positive future that you create for yourself. Every day you feel more confident, more capable, and more connected with all of your inner skills and resources. Resources that are waiting here now for you to tap into and enjoy. Does it always seem as though things don't usually go right for you? And that sometimes, or the majority of the time, you feel hopeless, sad, and miserable? Have you tried ways to overcome this feeling but found that it rarely helps? Found that you feel exhausted, overwhelmed, and don't really know where to turn? Despite all of this, you've come onto YouTube and clicked on this video because you do want to feel better and find a way to help yourself come out of the other side. It's time now to take a break into relaxation, where you can and will see things a lot differently, where your mind can become clearer than before, somewhere you can recognize and value how you can cope with and handle some things better than you thought that you could, and you can find that your ability to manage will be increased. And now, as your body is relaxing and resting so comfortably there, imagine a part of you, we'll call the observer, separating from your body and floating upwards, above yourself, so that you can look down and see yourself relaxing there so comfortably. Take a good look at yourself and really notice how well you are coping with things in your day-to-day life. And from this vantage point, I'd like you to observe some of the things that you do better than you give yourself credit for. Take a few moments and consider this now whilst I quieten down in the background. From way up here, you may be able to notice a quiet inner resilience and strength that this person has been using, which has allowed them to persevere and carry on, even when things have seemed extremely difficult and impossible. Notice some of the things that aren't working out too bad, that are working well, and take a few moments now to consider this while I quieten down in the background. Now I'd like you to take a further moment to think about little changes this person could make in order to make things work out a little better. Now take a moment to float over and situate yourself in front of you so that you can see yourself head on. Let's look at this from another perspective. Let's see what needs to be done. What do you think is the littlest step this person needs to take in order to make a difference to their situation, which would enable them to have a brighter, more positive outlook, and allow that person to take more positive steps to feel better? I'll give you a few moments now to consider this. And what positive changes and consequences would result from this little step, this small change? What of all of those negative thoughts about what could go wrong? What if they could be changed to how things will go right? I wonder now if you can take a look at yourself and give this person some good counsel as a good friend. What words or ideas would you offer this person to encourage them to make a significant difference to those sabotaging thoughts? What substitutes would you suggest for what could go wrong? What if I can't do it? What if I can't cope? Would it be better to offer the following? What if it turns out better than expected? What if things go extremely well? As this person's best friend, you should decide, after all. You know this person best. Now take a moment to float towards the right and take a seat beside yourself. It's time to look at things from another angle. Are you able to identify now some of the unhelpful and negative patterns of thinking that have been used before, so that this person can avoid using them again in the future? Allowing more positive thoughts to occur more frequently. From this moment forward, with help from you, this person will be able to avoid these negative patterns and identify new, helpful thoughts that are more appropriate. Take a moment now to observe, to listen to those old, unhelpful thought patterns, so that you are aware of them. Now it's time to float up, bringing all of your new knowledge and findings with you. Look into the future now, if you can, and see what it is like now that this person has listened to your advice. Now that this person is aware of all of the strength and resilience they hold inside of them. Looking forward with more optimism and feeling more positive. Notice the differences, how they look, how they are conducting themselves. What do you think this person, loves one, are noticing about them? And now gently bring yourself back to the present. Bring back everything you have learned. all of the insights and good advice. Keep them somewhere that you can access them easily, so that you can make use of them whenever you need, so that you are more resilient and can cope better with whatever life has in store for you. Drawing attention back to what you are capable of right now. You have the ability to do whatever you want, to make anything you want happen, as you now tell yourself, I can and I will. You feel so comfortable with yourself now. Anything that has happened in the past, you have coped with, you have survived, and perhaps more importantly, you have learned so much. So relax now and let go of any negative attachments, feelings, or emotions. Turning it around now and completely focusing on the positive in everything, in you and in every situation. The glass is always half full, and you completely refuse to accept that you have ever been guilty of failure. Every mistake is an opportunity to do it differently next time. A valuable lesson learned. Recognize now with clarity and certainty that all you have ever done and all you will ever do is your best. And nobody, not even you, can ask for more than that. Negativity holds no place in your life at all now. All it does is hold you back from being the person that you are meant to be. Who you are now, the real you. The lessons you have learned this far have been through experience. And there really is no better way to learn than through life experience. You are so much better for your life experiences. You are, in fact, the product of all of your life experiences. You now tell yourself moving forward, I can and I will. Looking back on your childhood now and of all of those events that have moulded you and made you into the person that you are today, you recognise with amazing clarity and peace that you can be selective in which memories you choose to keep, to put value into. Those that hold no value, you completely and utterly reject them in their entirety. Cast them away, never to be thought of again. They serve no valuable purpose. Sometimes we need to be reminded that our lives can be fun. Each chapter of our lives can be filled with joy. But this wholly depends on you, because only you can allow which type of thoughts enter into your mind, as how you think will determine how you feel, day to day. You now learn to choose your thoughts with awareness of their power, and you can plant positive thoughts and beneficial thoughts in your mind, because these thoughts and feelings that you accept with complete and utter clarity will inevitably become your reality. How you choose to think and feel today will ultimately influence your tomorrows. Once you detach your thoughts from any problems that you are experiencing, your mind will be clearer and better able to focus on the solutions. Whenever you allow yourself to focus on problems, you drag those problems into your future and attract more of the same. So relax and switch the polarity around and focus your thoughts, your feelings and your energy on how you want things to be, rather than how you don't want them to be. And this is the fresh pattern your subconscious control mind will now carry forward from your childhood to your adult life, free from any problems or self-limiting influences that only arose through misunderstandings and false beliefs. You're entering a new world of experience, a new quality of life, a more elevated mental and emotional vantage point, from which the best options and opportunities in life are always available and will always be seen. Have you ever took on the task of completing a jigsaw? Seeing all of those pieces in the bag, all laid out on the table before you begin, can often feel a little bit overwhelming when you look at all those pieces, doubting that you will be able to piece them all together. But then you make a start. You separate the edges from the rest of the pieces, perhaps putting the four corners where they should be at first. You take the first step. Then you pick up a couple of pieces and parts of the picture begin to form, to make a little more sense. We all have different ways of starting a puzzle, but the most important thing is that we make a start. If life were like your jigsaw puzzle, but a special jigsaw puzzle, where you were able to take out some of the pieces and replace them with other pieces that seem to fit better. I would be lying if I said that some of these pieces of the puzzle could be easily changed. Some of these pieces may be in control of another person or another situation. But taking a moment to stop and look at the pieces from this elevated perspective and vantage point. A new perspective, let's say. How interesting it is to see that there are things that you can change. Those small steps, little changes that you can make that can set off a chain reaction of bigger and better things. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. How pushing over one domino can set off the rest. A little shift in thinking here can create a massive shift in our lives. Our ability to become more resilient, to cope better or differently, that helps us to feel more in control, stronger and happier. Having all of the inner resources that we could ever want or need. Which pieces of the jigsaw are positive? Ones that you would like to keep. Ones that show when you're being more confident, resilient. Now take a look at the negative ones that you would like to replace with a more positive attitude, where you see greater possibilities. Take your time to rearrange all of your pieces so that you create a picture that is perfect for you. Stand back and look at the larger picture, noticing the changes, highlighting the positives, being proud of yourself that you have fitted all of these pieces into your life so well. From this moment forward, you do everything better than you've done before. Every new task that you approach, you do it from a perfect frame of mind. Relaxed, calm, and confident. With each passing day, your confidence grows and becomes stronger as your feelings of self-worth become more powerful. Every day in every situation when you need to, you're able to take control. Disregard any feelings of inferiority. Cast aside any troubles. Calm your mind and feel relaxed, competent, calm, and capable. You now possess a determined optimism from being armed now with all of this knowledge and complete understanding of who you are, your real self. Interesting, intelligent, unique, special. possessing all of the love and respect, all of the capabilities and capacities that you need to be confident in any situation. You love and respect yourself. Your self-esteem increases as you become aware that you have lots to offer. You realise that yesterday has gone, and you can do nothing to change anything that has happened, and yet you realise with a sense of peace that you do not have to change the past, because you have survived and coped with everything so far. Tomorrow can be shaped and coloured with a bright and clear possibility with your imagination. But today, this very moment, is all that is real. You will now seize every single moment and make it count. If you are listening to this recording at night with a view to drifting off to sleep, then please ignore the next part of this recording and allow yourself to drift off into a nice, deep, restful sleep now. If you are listening to this recording in the daytime and wish to awaken and carry on with the rest of your day, then now is the time for you to begin to become aware that it is time to awaken. So when you are ready, open your eyes.